Our spectacular planet has so many wonders to explore. However, there are some places that are just too dangerous, too protected, or maybe too special to visit, even for the most seasoned voyager. These places have been completely cut off from the outside world. Here is the list of places which no one can visit. Number 10, Poveglia Island. Poveglia is a small island located between Venice and Lido in the Venetian lagoon, northern Italy. A small canal divides the island into two separate parts. Poveglia Island is one of the many islands in the lagoons of Venice, Italy, but instead of being a place of beauty, it is regarded as one of the most haunted locations on the planet. The place was earlier used to isolate plague victims and then to carry out inhuman experiments on mental patients. Today no one visits save to harvest the vineyards. Fishermen even steer clear of the island for fear that they will catch human bones in their nets. Number 9, Svalbard Global Seed Vault. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault is a vast subterranean seed bank and storage facility on the Norwegian island of Spitsbergen, around 800 miles from the North Pole, built 400 feet into a mountainside. Officially opened in February 2008, the facility now stores around 840,000 samples of 4,000 different species of seeds, from all over the world. The idea behind the seed bank is to provide a safety net against accidental lost diversity in the case of a major global or regional event. It functions much like a safety deposit box at the bank, allowing organizations or governments to deposit seed variations in the vault for safekeeping, and only they have access to their deposits. The 11,000 square foot facility is protected by highly advanced security systems and access is strictly limited to a handful of employees. Number 8, Tomb of the Kinshi Huang. China. The tomb of China's first emperor, Kinshi Huang, who died in 210 BC, is buried deep beneath a hill in central China. The burial complex consists of a complicated network of underground caverns that were filled with all the things the emperor would need in the afterlife, including clay reproductions of his armies, family, servants, horses, and staff, widely known as the Terracotta Army. Since its initial discovery in 1974, over 2,000 statues have been excavated, each of them completely unique, and experts believe that there may be more than 8,000 in total surrounding the central tomb, still yet to be uncovered. However, the Chinese government might never allow the excavation of the emperor's tomb, choosing to respect the ancient burial rites. So while tourists can catch a glimpse of the emperor's clay army during a site tour, the ancient warrior's main tomb may remain undiscovered indefinitely. Number 7, Vatican Secret Archives, Vatican City. Buried deep within the walls of Vatican City, and mostly underground, are the Vatican Secret Archives, which house the immense history of the Acts of the Holy See, along with historic documents, state papers, papal account books, and other official correspondence, some of which dates back to the 8th century. Items include letters from Michelangelo, a letter from Mary Queen of Scots written while she was awaiting her execution, and King Henry VIII's request for a marriage annulment. The archives, which are the official property of the current Pope, have been estimated to span over 52 miles of shelving with more than 35,000 items. Other than a very small staff who take care of the archives, access is strictly limited to qualified scholars from very select higher education and research institutions, all of whom have to undergo a rigorous access application process to be granted entry. Number 6, Lascaux Caves, France. This complex series of caves, located in northwestern France, is home to one of history's most famous examples of Paleolithic cave paintings ever discovered. The ancient artwork is believed to be over 17,000 years old and depicts mostly images of large animals that have been proven through fossil excavations to have been living in the area at that time. The caves are even listed as an UNESCO World Heritage Site. However, since 2008, the caves have been completely closed off to the public following a fungal outbreak, with only a small handful of scientists allowed to enter for just a few days a month in order to study the paintings. Number 5. Banga Fort, India. Between Jaipur and Alwar in Rajasthan lie the ruins of what was once a splendid kingdom. The fort was built by the ruler of Ambakakwaha for his youngest son in 1573, and gradually its population dwindled until in 1783, when a strong famine forced the villagers to living there to flee. Local legends state that the reason for the kingdom falling into ruin was that the fort was cursed. As the only legally recognized haunted place in India, a government permit is required to be able to enter before dawn or after sundown. Although it's said that the reason is down to wild, nocturnal animals such as tigers and the lack of artificial lighting in the area, no one knows what else could be lurking in the ruins. Number 4. Area 51, Nevada. Area 51, the nickname for a remote detachment of United States Air Force facility Edwards Air Force Base, located in southern Nevada. The facility is shrouded in secrecy, and while it has long believed to be a testing facility for experimental aircraft and weaponry, conspiracy theorists' favorite theory that the base is where the US government examines and stores a crashed alien spacecraft and the alien occupants, including evidence from a supposed alien crash landing in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. While the area surrounding Area 51 is a popular tourist destination for alien enthusiasts, access to Area 51 itself is completely prohibited, except to intelligence and military personnel with special clearance. The airspace above the base is also a no-go area and is rumored to be protected with anti-aircraft weaponry and fighter jets. Number 3. North Sentinel Islands, India. While the rest of the islands in this archipelago are somewhat larger and better known, North Sentinel, full of mangroves and surrounded by coral, has remained virtually untouched by the outside world. It might sound like paradise, but the island couldn't be further from it. While its geography makes it one of the most isolated places on Earth, it is inhabited by one of the world's few remaining uncontacted tribes. The indigenous people of this island, referred to as the Sentinelese, have had practically no influence from the modern world. Throughout history, encounters with the population have been met with violence. In 2006, they killed 2 fishermen whose boat had been dragged by the current to their shores. Number 2, Snake Island or Queimada Grande, Brazil. Located about 100 kilometers off the coast of São Paulo, this island might seem the ideal exotic spot in which to lose yourself, but the truth is that for decades the place has been uninhabited due to having been completely invaded by lethal snakes. Between 1 and 5 snakes per square meter inhabit the island. And if that isn't terrifying enough, it's worth noting that the snakes that live here are one of the most venomous in the world. It's for this reason the Brazilian government expressly forbids visiting the island. Number 1, the CocaCola Vault in Atlanta, United States. The recipe for Coca-Cola is considered one of the best kept secrets in the world, and they keep it secret by stowing it away in a large security vault. Since it was created in 1886 by John Pemberton in Atlanta, this formula has been jealously guarded and few have been able to get their hands on it. The soft drink and the company were acquired in 1919 by a group of investors led by Ernest Woodruff, and from 1920, the recipe ended up under lock and key at a New York bank. In 1925 it was transferred to the Trust Company Bank in Atlanta. In 2011 the company decided to move the famous Coca-Cola recipe to an Atlanta museum, but while many tourists visit the facilities each year, few and exclusive are the people who can get through the doors of the vault. If you enjoy the video, please like, share and subscribe to the channel for more amazing and informative